Written and directed by Dario Argento, this film was released in 1975. A pianist and journalist get caught up in the mystery of a trench coat wearing killer who is murdering people who all have one thing in common. So without further ado, these are some things you didn't know about Deep Red.
You have killed, and you will kill again.
Scenes involving the Blue Bar were designed to replicate Edward Hopper's Nighthawks painting. Similarly, in a scene often left out of some cuts of the film, there is a moment when Carlo and Marcus are playing the piano, and a woman wearing a hat is sitting and holding a cup of coffee. This is a reference to another Hopper painting called Automat. Every time we see a close-up of leather glove-covered hands, we are seeing Dario Argento's hands. While the film is set in Rome, a large majority of the scenes that take place outside were filmed in Turin. This was the first of Argento's movies to showcase Daria Nicolodi. She appeared in 5 of his subsequent films. The image we see of Marcus's ex-girlfriend Carol is Marilù Tolo, who was also an ex of Argento and one of the stars in The 5 Days, 1973. As I mentioned in my review, Ricci is not played by a male actor, but rather Geraldine Hooper. Anthony LaPenna, who did quite a lot of dubbing in movies, also lent his voice to the surgeon in this film. If you listen closely, you can hear the influence of Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield in the soundtrack. This is most evident during the scene where Marcus is exploring the haunted house. Originally, Argento had titled the film The Saber-Toothed Tiger, or La Tigra dai Denti a Sciabola. This was to follow the theme of his previous works. However, he found that movies had started to come out with similarly themed titles, so Argento decided to use a different title. When Dario Argento shared his original script with his father and brother, it was over 500 pages in length. Salvatore and Claudio expressed concern that portions were too cryptic and audiences wouldn't understand what Dario was trying to do, so Dario shortened the script to 321 pages. David Hemmings was not the first choice for the character of Marcus. That was Lino Capolicchio. However, when Capolicchio was traveling to meet Argento, he got into a car accident. Later on during an interview, Capolicchio recalled that when he had a look at his car sometime after the accident, he found the script for Deep Red stained with blood due to the accident. Argento is not a fan of repeating things, so when Nicolodi and Hemmings rehearsed the arm wrestling scene more than 70 times, it drove Argento nuts. The method that Argento and Zapponi used to create the kills was drawing from injuries that any audience could relate to. For instance, while not everyone knows what being shot feels like, it's highly likely that you know what hitting furniture or being scalded feels like. Argento has been quoted in saying, "As I was filming it, I knew exactly what I wanted. I was very relaxed, not stressed at all. The story is beautiful, and I wrote it effortlessly in a couple of days. It was miraculous. You just need to watch to know how the director was feeling at the moment he was making it." Apparently, the filming of Deep Red was not an easy one for Hemmings. Nicolodi recalled how he was depressed due to a failing marriage with Gail Honeycutt. Hemmings had something of a nervous tic that caused him to rub his index fingernail along the side of his thumb. He did this so often that he created a hole in his hand. In addition to this, Argento gave Hemmings grief and made him do scenes over and over. It took a total of 10 weeks for the production, with the first day being September 9th, 1974. As with any internationally released film, Deep Red goes by many titles. In Germany, it's known as Rosso de Fabitis Totus, or Red, the Color of Death. In Yugoslavia, it's called Taja Napuštene Kuće, or The Mystery of the Abandoned House. In Brazil, it's known as Preludio para Matar, or Prelude to Killing. And in France, it's known as Les Frissons de l'Angoisse, or The Shivers of Angst. When Suspiria gained success internationally, Deep Red was released in Japan as Suspiria 2. There is a museum and store in Rome, Italy, called Profondo Rosso. It was founded by Luigi Cazzi, and you can visit it today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like to let me know. See you later.